Alrighty, welcome back to another stream. It is the Nets taking on the Nuggets. It is game number 38. We are closing in on the halfway point of this season. It's gone very, very quickly. But the Nets are in a little bit of a rut right now, and it's I think it's fair to say it's because of the deficiencies we have at the moment on the basketball court. A lot of injuries means that, well, we're being completely gutted of all our talent offensively and defensively. And we have struggled to put up 100 points in the last 2 or 3 games. So today is a very odd day because Ben Simmons is back and probably in the top 2 to 3 players on this roster. Which is going to make for a very strange dynamic. And I don't actually know what to expect from Ben. I don't know if today we're going to see vintage Ben. I don't know if we're going to see just dog shit Ben, which is what we've been subjected to for the last couple of years. But Ben's been out the last few games and we've actually looked to struggle in this last bunch. Now, if I go back to... I'm just going to go to Basketball Reference really quickly and just show you how impactful is Ben Simmons in his games that, well, he's played. How many wins has this team notched up when he's playing? He's played 20 games for the Nets this season. I'm just trying to find the game log. Where the hell is his game log? Here it is, I think. Nope, that's not it. Hang on. This should be a lot easier to find on Basketball Reference. That could tell me. Here we go. Game log. So, well, he's been out for the last 4 games. The last time he was involved in a win was against Milwaukee. But in the games he's missed this season, we've only beaten Memphis, Golden State, and that's it. And Milwaukee. Only 3 wins out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 3 out of the 11 games he's missed have resulted in wins. So 3 and 8 without Ben. And we are, well, not great with him either, but it's generally a lot tougher to score the basketball when he is not playing. If I just look back over those games, well, we struggled to put up 100 points in the last 3 matches. We haven't hit that mark. Against San Antonio, we didn't hit that mark when he didn't play. Against Chicago, we got smacked up and we only scored 102 points there. Golden State, we got a win. That was an outlier. Boston, we got smacked. The Cavaliers, I'm pretty sure we only scored 100 points. Denver, in the first meeting, was one of the games where we went on a scoring explosion, but really outside of that game, all the way back in game 4 of the season, where we scored 139 points, there really hasn't been a game where we have been good without Ben on offense. I'm just trying to look at our box score. Schroeder got 28, Thomas got 26, Finney-Smith 17, Johnson got 20, Claxton got 16, Zaire got 18, and Jalen Wilson got 11. So, that was one of the few games where Ben wasn't playing and we actually scored the ball well. But as you can see, basically every single player was available for the Nets, aside from maybe Day'Ron Sharpe, Ben Simmons. And that's really about it. Nearly everyone else was available at the time. We were heading into, well, start of the season, so not too many players missing. But now it's a completely different story. I mean, you look at the box score the other day, and we only hit the 13 threes. We shot the ball 38% from the field. We did generate the same amount of shots as Detroit, and we had 9 more free throws. But the problem was we made 12 less shots on the same amount of attempts, and it meant the Pistons were like the far superior team. Clowney scored 29 points in the previous outing. 5 threes, 6 free throws made. A team high 29. He basically was a team high in a number of categories. Steals, he had the most. Assists, he was equal second. Rebounds, he was up there as well. And of course, in terms of the offensive capabilities, he was clearly the number one. Number one in free throws, number one in threes, number one in field goals made. But really outside of that, I mean, only 8 available players for the Nets. And if not one of them is scoring above 20, then you're going to be in with a little bit of strife. And that was the situation the other night. We had 4 or 5 other players in double figures, so 6 total, but none of them scored over 15 outside of Noah Clowney. So in order for us to score at least 110 points, we're going to need to see 2 20-point scorers, really, or have an abundance of players in double figures. That's going to be that is the reality. A Denver team today is composed of Westbrook, Jamal Murray, Christian Brown, Porter, and Nikola Jokic. Of course, he had to return to play us. He's been out the last couple of games, and he circled this Nets game on the schedule, and he's like, I'm targeting this one as the game for my return. And as a result, it's probably going to make us want to, I think it's not going to be too exciting when we see what this opening quarter could reap in terms of results. The last 3 games, or should I say the last 5 games, he has gone under 35 points once. He's gone 46, 41 in a back-to-back against the Spurs, and then 23 against Atlanta. That was a win, though. They won that by 19. And then he's gone out and scored 36 against Utah and 37 against Detroit. In 4 of the 5 games, they've scored 120 or more. And in 3 of the last 5, they've scored 130 or more. So we are playing an offensive juggernaut here, and it is not going to be easy by any stretch. Around the grounds, I think it's important to just have a little bit of a watch on those that could be tanking. Paolo Banchero's back, but the Bucks are beating them at the moment, pipping them to the post by 3 at the moment. The Pels are beating the Sixers. That's a big result in the context of tanking. The Pacers up on Golden State. That looks controlled. And the Thunder were smacking up the Knicks in the first half. Bridges and Anunoby had not combined for a point. And in the second half, that's barely changed. Anunoby's got a bucket, and Bridges has still got straight donuts from the field. He's actually added a couple of assists, which I guess is okay. But the Thunder did most of their damage in the first half, and I don't imagine they will be out of control at any stage. The Celtics just beating the Kings. Sabonis has 23 rebounds in the third quarter. That is an incredible stat. And then Chicago are playing Washington as it stands, and that one is currently resulting in a Bulls win if it remains the same right the way through. The Nets-Nuggets game is the final game of the match day. So, it's going to be an interesting watch, that's for certain, as it is with every single game that the Nets play. This one, though, in particular, is going to be, it's going to be tough, that's for sure. Yeah, I mean, every game's tough when you've got the roster that we have available. So, I think we're going to have our hands full. But if anything, the defensive capabilities of the squad is much improved with Ben in the lineup. Ben, Clowney, Zaire, and Claxton. That's a very lengthy lineup. And so you probably want a bunch of steals as a result of that. But of course, you need to convert those buckets on the other end, and you also need to get the steals in the first place. I feel like the Nets would be greatly advantaged if they could capitalize on that length that they have gotten, or they've got on the court out there right now. And rounding it out is Keon Johnson, who is definitely more known for defense, at least this season, in comparison to his offense. So we've got some good defensive cogs out there, but the question is whether or not this team are actually going to be remotely good enough. Why on earth am I on the Nuggets feed? Let me get the Nets feed up. Plays underway. And Zaire's got it on the wing. Simmons up top to Clowney. Pump fake. Drive in. Shoots. And scores the runner for 2. I mean, that's smart. They did not have a big manning the middle. No Aaron Gordon, of course, tonight. He's been out for an extended period of time, and that is their key defensive piece. So defensively, they may have a few issues, but offensively, they won't have any issue scoring with basically no weakness anywhere on the court. Murray looks for Jokic, and that is going to be incredibly difficult to stop if they play that pick and roll action all day long. 2 apiece. Early going. Simmons, good find. Corner 3 for Williams. Splash. And it's 5-2 Nets. Simmons is going to open us up a lot, I think. Simmons pressing Porter. Looks like that may be the assignment. That's a rash pass there by the Nuggets. The Nets get their first steal. There's the lob. Claxton rim running and scoring. And the Nets are up by 5 early on in this contest. Simmons with a couple of early dimes. Murray the driving kick. Westbrook bypasses the closeout. And Williams did well to cover off 2 defenders or 2 offensive players. Good defense. Knocked it out of bounds as they try to exploit the extra man. So play resumes. Jokic the pump fake. There's the foul. And it's waved off. It'll be on the floor. So Claxton's got to be conscious of the foul trouble that he could walk into as a result of that coverage on Jokic basically all game long. It's going to be an incredibly tough assignment. Jokic is a bully. And these are the kinds of centers Claxton usually has a lot of trouble dealing with. Jokic, Westbrook, blocked by Claxton, but Westbrook was able to get his own miss and score. So look, I'm happy to give away offensive rebounds to Jokic. Williams is fouled, and it'll be a couple of free throws, a pair of free throws. I was trying to say them both at the same time. But good attack by Zaire. There's a lot of length on the court, so it doesn't make any remote sense to not attack the basket. Given, well, Christian Brown's playing the 3, and we don't really have a player under 6'8", 6'9". Williams, that free throw is well short. He's been usually pretty comfortable at the line this season. So that's a rare miss. So Williams shooting another free throw. He's had a couple of good matches in recent times. He was a bit more inefficient the other night, 4 of 13. He makes the free throw, though. That's generally a good start for him because he's forced a couple of knockaways. Here's Murray. Moves inside. Over the shoulder to Jokic. Shovels it to Murray. About 10 feet out. And now Jokic will score over Keon Johnson. And that is exploitative. I mean, that's just the same shit. And I reckon we're going to be subjected to it quite a bit today. Williams lost his footing and then just threw it away. And now the Nets are going to need to play defense in transition. And they don't have the numbers. Murray scores on the break. The Nets are going to need to chop out those turnovers because those are vital. Or it's vital to look after the basketball. And you've got to ensure that you ensure the Nuggets play into like the size that the Nets have got, because that'll place the Nets at a good advantage. Simmons scores his first 2 of the night over Westbrook. That's going to be a mismatch we need to exploit. Johnson does well, gets it ahead. Lob. Oh my God, that was not there. We still have the ball though. Johnson's got a wide open 3. It's a bit of pinball, but Johnson knocks it down, and we've got our first time out of the match. And Mike Malone's going to need to call it because the Nets have scored 5 quick ones. Simmons with the knockaway. Johnson did well to remain composed, because if he let it go at the very first opportunity to Simmons, who had leaked out, it very well could have resulted in a turnover. Then it nearly did, as Simmons looked for the Zaire lob, but it ended up in net hands anyway, and a 3 is converted by Keon Johnson. So good start by Brooklyn. I put Clowney in the spotlight after that 29-point match, which was his career high for points. Right now, though, Ben Simmons, great start. 2 points, 3 assists, is responsible for every single dime. And every single net has gotten on the board, which is also a great sign off the rip. So That's definitely going to go a long way in terms of whether or not we win this match. For the Nuggets, Jokic has got 4. They have attacked that size discrepancy quite a few times whenever that switch occurs, which the Nets seem more than comfortable in doing. But at the moment, I mean, the Nets have not missed. They're 5 of 5. They've also been to the line. They've hit a couple of 3-pointers, and the turnovers have been kept to pretty much a minimum. So a very good start by this lot. When is Cam coming back? I'm not 100% sure. Did you hear about the trade talks about Sacramento trying to get Cam Johnson? I'm surprised. What are we going to give up? With trades, I usually keep pretty, what's the word? Reserved when it comes to trades, because at the moment it's all surface level talk. There's nothing advanced. There's just a lot of the same reports being repeated day after day. So there's not really any reason to get too caught up in the conversations. But that being said, Sacramento have been one of the names that have been in the rumor mill. Devin Carter's been a name that's been brought up, which is their first round pick from the year just gone. But I don't know if they'll give him up. They probably would have to, though. Like the way this has gone with Cam Johnson, the fact that we still have him, Sean Marks is definitely like playing a hard bargain when it comes to CJ, because CJ is a very good player. He's averaging 20 on the year on very good percentages, 50, 40, 90. So if a contender wants him, they're not going to be able to get him for cheap. The Nets are going to want to exploit the fact that these contenders, or these teams contending for the playoffs, they're going to be aggressive in trying to acquire this sort of a player, and maybe they'll give up a little bit more than, would be the norm or would be his market value. There's a little foul on the floor. I believe Zaire Williams wrapped up Westbrook, who had cut to the basket. There's another cut to the basket for Michael Porter. They're doing a lot of that off-ball movement, so they tried it once. It was held up, but the second time it worked. So shooting has been at an all-time high early on in this match. Here's Keon Johnson on the perimeter. The switch. They're playing a bit of zone. Simmons is going to get inside. Fake the pass, and he actually had me fooled. I thought he was going to pass to Williams, but Simmons with the hook shot. He's got 2 buckets early. The Nets still yet to miss. And then the pocket pass to Jokic is well read by the Nets. The numbers collapse. We get another steal. Simmons has got Westbrook on him. They lob it up to Claxton, who blew the alley-oop. He could have done it in 2 attempts. Jokic blows the 2. Simmons is going to push the pace a little bit. Clowney. Claxton's got Christian Brown on him. You've got to attack that. Simmons is going to take it inside, and he goes up again with the right this time. Simmons has got 6. He has got 3 assists. He's doing it all early on in the game. So this is a bit surprising, but Ben's done it all. Porter on the baseline knocks that one down. He lost Simmons, who seems to be hit with that assignment today. Williams the handoff to Johnson. No space given by Brown. Clowney to Simmons again. Lob. Claxton can't reach it. Murray was the extra man in there to block it up. Westbrook. Simmons just let him shoot. And the 3 is off. And Simmons will get another rebound. So he's getting numbers early in this game. And it looks like Geordie is going to take a timeout at the 6:51 mark of the first quarter. It's fair to say the offense for the Nets has not looked remotely disconnected or disjointed. Is Jokic still out? Nope, he is playing, my friend. Why are we up? Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is the answer. Look, if we lose today, but this is the type of basketball we're playing, I will be a very happy man. Ben Simmons, I mean, enough said. 6 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists, 2 steals in 5 minutes. I mean, that is an excellent start by Ben. We've only missed the 1 shot, and it's been on a Claxton layup, which he really should have done in 2 motions, collected the ball in 1 motion and then gone back up over Brown, and he probably would have been able to get a whistle or at least exploit the mismatch a little bit. Williams has got 4 early points as well. I mean, this is a very good start. And look, the Nuggets are scoring the ball well. 6 of 9. But they have turned the ball over a few times, and the Nets have run. And look, Jokic has been all right, but not really all that destructive early on in the contest. The Nets have done good. The Nets have done well early on. I'm not surprised. Like, the offense is the major question mark today, as it has been in the last month or so. But the defense with this group, I wouldn't be surprised if we clamped. Even though the Nuggets are 6 of 9 already, they've turned the ball over 3 times. So, you know, it's not... Like, that's what I said pre-game we sort of need to see with this group. Well, I feel like that is the expectation because of the fact that these guys are really lengthy, more defensively minded. If you can get a few turnovers a quarter and be able to convert those into fast break points or transition buckets, you're going to be definitely on the right side of things. Day'Ron Sharpe, I forgot, is also playing, so he could be another good matchup for whoever the Nuggets backup big is. DeAndre Jordan, I think, started the other night for them. And Dario Saric maybe also gets some minutes. So Sharpe's in the game early. Claxton will sit. I actually forgot, Day'Ron was back. So we've got plenty of tall options with the team now. I'm just a little bit concerned that Sharpe is going to be in very early foul trouble, having to guard Jokic. That's one of 2 changes the Nets make. Wilson's also in. Clowney's got an open 3, and he hits that one from above the break, and the Nets are up by 8, and we are just a little bit under halfway in this first quarter, but the signs have been very positive. The Nets are 8 of 9 from the field. Westbrook, drive in, goes at Clowney, misses the 2. It's going to be free throws. I thought Clowney did well to remain vertical, but Westbrook's going to get a couple free throws. So Nets going at a pace which would have him score 40 in the opening quarter, or something close to that sort of mark. So 5 on the floor for the Nets. Sharpe, Wilson, Clowney. Keon Johnson's also in. That free throw's off by Westbrook, and Zaire Williams is also still out there. So this isn't really a lineup we've seen this season with Day'Ron Sharpe and Zaire Williams on the floor at the same time. Clowney also out there. Both free throws off. Oh, no. How is it their fucking ball? Westbrook missing both free throws and you're not able to secure the rebound. That's incredibly frustrating. Strawther is into the game, and now Jokic is going to cook. Extra pass to Westbrook. Fadeaway 2 is an air ball. Porter gets the offensive rebound. They have another chance. Brown, 4 to shoot, 3 to shoot. Porter's going to have to put one up over Clowney. That one's off. They get another offensive rebound, and Westbrook scores, and he'll get another look. You had 4 opportunities to get an offensive rebound. I mean, they got a bit of luck out of that with air balls, terrible shots, but and it just really landed in their lap, but that fucking pisses me off, man. So Westbrook missed, I reckon, 3 shots in that mix. Westbrook gets that free throw to go. So that's a real pain in the ass. We could have had the lead in double figures if we were able to get that rebound secured, and plenty of chances, as I said, for that to be done. Williams picks up his dribble. Sharpe does not hand it back to him. Keon Johnson will receive it. Shoots with the right. Oh my fucking God, man. So, with Ben on the bench, amazingly enough, this may be an issue. Because really, you've got no facilitation ability on the court. And the Nuggets have like 2 or 3 options that can do exactly that. Jokic is just left open. They didn't shoot it though. Strawther on the outside. He's had a couple good games. Sharp is fronting up to Jokic, but positionally he was absolutely cooked, given that pass was beautiful by Denver. And they cut the lead for Brooklyn down to 3. Johnson, that pocket pass is intercepted. Watson in transition, and that's off. Oh my God. Are we taking the fucking piss? The ball's gone off Denver, but Johnson had it hit off his head. Oh, that's so fucking bullshit. How has that even worked out for them? They've lucked out so many times already in this game. Westbrook. That pass was slightly misdirected, but it's called an offensive foul on Jokic, who thrust both arms out on Zaire Williams, completely removed him, and that was deemed illegal by the officials. So 20-17, 5 or so minutes to play here in this opening quarter. The Nets have led for much of it, which is surprising. Williams to Wilson, gets inside, shoots with the right. He's had another shot blocked. The spacing is fucking shit. There's a steal, though, for the Nets. Westbrook's pass was errant. There's the lob. Dayron! Aggressive dunk there. And it's Zaire with the assist. Good cut by Jokic. Oh my God. Jokic has scored a bucket. Williams was hanging on the rim while it happened, so it probably would have been called a 2 anyway for an interference. But that's the problem with Dayron. I swear he jumps into the air way too easily, falls for that pump fake a lot. I mean, that's a position where you probably would fall for it anyway. But frustrating. So Jokic is going to get a free throw. Tosin is into the game. Williams and Keon Johnson to the bench. Tyrese Martin's also in. So this bench is ghastly. Let me just say that. But they've had a couple good moments in the last couple of games, especially against Indiana. That one rattles home at the free throw line. And so the Nets, after leading by 8, are only up by 2. They've had a couple opportunities to ensure that those second chance points don't go the way of Denver, but haven't been doing a good job of containing it. Clowney's fouled by Jokic, I think. If it is, that'll be number 2 on Jokic. And it's going to force one of their backup bigs to play minutes if that foul was on Jokic, but probably not, knowing our luck. So 5 on the floor is Sharp, Clowney, Tosin, Martin, Wilson. Pretty tall lineup. The Nuggets have gone taller, though. They've got Porter, Watson, and Porter Jr. Or Porter Jr., Watson, and Jokic out there. Jamal Murray's back into the game as that first free throw is knocked down by Noah Clowney, who's been to the line, or hasn't been to the line yet today, should I say. These will be his first free throws. He made all 6 the other night. That one's good. So makes it a 2-possession game once again. 4:24 to play here in this opening period. Nets up by 4. Murray brings it up. There's a blocking foul on Martin, and that's just so shit because lads hadn't even gotten into a set and you've just sent Murray to the free throw line. That's as good as fouling him on the inbounds pass. So Murray at the line to shoot a pair. So the first one's all good. 24-21. Brown's back in. And it looks like Clowney's going to take a seat as well for the Nets. I think Simmons has just checked back in at the 4:17 mark. So Ben will aid this second unit greatly, I think. who usually struggle with creation on the floor. Murray's free throw is good. It's back to 2. So Simmons out there with Martin, Sharp, Tosin, and Wilson. Wilson's really struggled without Ben. Sharp, given a bit of space. His 3 is short, and the Nuggets can take the lead now. Sharp's been advised to take those, but he's not shooting them very well this season. Strawther goes inside, and there's the 2 to tie the game at 24. So, 4 minutes to play. The Nuggets have clawed their way back into this. Martin's given a bit of room. That 3 is going to be converted, and Martin's hit those at a very nice clip. Simmons has another assist already in this first quarter. That's number 4. Watson. Oh my God, Ben, you idiots. Why the fuck are we fouling off the ball? They're in the bonus. And this lot know it as well. And these are good free throw shooters. Murray getting to the line easily. Jokic getting to the line easily. It's pretty careless stuff. I mean, we don't have the luxury of being able to cope with foul trouble either. So, Jokic makes the first one. One more free throw here to cut the lead back to 1. Jokic has been a pretty big presence here in this opening. Second free throw is well short. We actually rebound it. Ben's going to move it very quickly. He goes right at Jokic. Didn't want to shoot it, which sort of defeats the purpose of running the break like that. Martin on the outside. They're playing a switch defense. Johnson, got it by Murray, gets inside, shoots with the right, and that little hook shot is good. So that's a nice bit of rim touch right there. Murray to the corner for Watson. Jokic. Defender flies by, and another easy 2. We cannot switch this. Especially with the lineup you've got. Simmons out there playing small ball 5. It's just not going to work. You can't switch when Jokic is out there. It's just not going to happen. Martin in the middle. Skip past to Tosin, who's going to back down Strawther. Shoots the fadeaway too. That's good defense. And that was probably a questionable bit of offense. Strawther on the outside. Lines up the 3. Yes, sir. I already knew Simmons was giving away way too much space there. Strawther, I don't know about how much of a rim threat he is. But Ben was gearing up for something like that. It never came, and it was a wide open 3 in the end. Johnson, good close out by Brown. 6 to shoot. We need something. Martin's going to have to shot create here, and that 3's off. The rebound by Watson. Like, what is Ben doing? Jokic misses the 2, but we've fucking mistimed the fucking offensive rebound again. How many offensive rebounds do you want to give up? And these aren't offensive rebounds in which you're like, it's careless or due to a lack of positioning. There's been rebounds we've had both hands to it. So it's a 3-point game. And the Nets are, well, they started well, but their defense has been a little bit lackluster, I'm going to be completely honest. And it's really happened from minute 1. The offense has been pretty good. Simmons has got 6 and had 4 assists. But the problem is Jokic has 14 points already, 6 of 8 shooting, and it hasn't remotely looked like we're remotely interested in trying to stop him at all. Granted, he's not easy to stop, full stop. But even just like denying the pass to him, it's been so easy for him to like get access to those paint touches. And that is always going to be, well, a death sentence, really. The Nets are 11 of 16 from the field, so that is the main reason they're in the game. But the Nuggets are 13 of 20. They've been at the line a fair bit. And look, that is just, it's just a little bit problematic, I think. With this lineup here, like Ben at the 5, that's just not going to happen. Like, I do not get why we're running lineups without a traditional center out there. And you're playing Ben at the 5. We've actually looked better with Ben and a big on the floor as opposed to not having one. Wilson's going to shoot that 3. No, he's not. Usually he shoots those. Instead, he probably should have shot the ball because he's turned it over. Brown, the trailer is Watson. Well done by Tyrese Martin, who was able to force the fumble dribble, and the Nuggets turn it over on the break. So, heavy turnover game. Good find by Simmons. It's an open 3 for Wilson. He's got to score that, but Tosin gets the offensive rebound. Martin shoots another 3, and he's knocked that down again to tie it at 32. So well done by Tosin. And the Nets have hit their 5th 3-pointer. The Nuggets have only hit 1 tray, so that's a key reason as to why we're in this game. Jordan's in the contest. Murray knocked away. Tosin gets the steal. Ben leaks out. Oh! The 180! Ben Simmons has 8 points and 4 dimes in the opening quarter. Very good stat line. I haven't seen that in a while. Nets up by 2. Murray behind the back. He gets inside. The scoop is off. Jordan mistimed the rebound. The Nets can get a 2 for 1. That had to be a foul. And Johnson was able to extend the arms out and force the reach. And it'll be free throws. Good push by Keon Johnson. But without Jokic on the floor, this is where you need to capitalize. I mean, they are dog shit when Jokic is off the floor. So, 34-32. The Nets at the free throw line for their 5th and 6th attempts today. Johnson makes the first. Ben's been really, really good. 8 points, hasn't missed, 4 assists. It's been a very, very good showing. But the problem is, he always stops here. He looks and is like he's always content when he sees the box score and he's got 8 points. He won't move from there now, but we need him to. 36-32 the score. 26 seconds left in this opening quarter. A 2.5 second difference between shot and game clock. So Murray will hold for 1 with Strawther, Jordan, Watson, and Porter, the 5 on the floor for them. The Nets have Johnson, Martin, Tosin, Wilson, and Simmons. Jordan in the middle. There's a foul, and it's a good wrap-up. But I'm pretty sure that's Ben's second foul. And if it is, that is not optimal for the Nets, who have had a 36-point opening quarter, and they are missing probably their top 4 scorers on the roster. I'm pretty sure we still don't have a player playing that is averaging 10 points a game this season. So, Jordan at the free throw line, not a reliable shooter over the course of his career, and that free throw showed it. So, you've got to make sure you box out here. Clowney back into the game for offense. Tosin will sit on the bench. So, the Nets can take it end to end and get this lead out a little bit further. Let's see what Jordan's got with this free throw. 8 seconds to play, though. Got to box out. Got to box out. Got to box out. Wilson does the box out work. The Nets have 4 seconds. Simmons, he's got to look, or he's got to shoot. Picks up his dribble. Oh, my goodness. He's airballed the mid-range. So that tarnishes his beautiful, beautiful box score in the opening quarter. Alrighty. So, 36-32, the score at quarter time. We're beating Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets. They are, well, defensively not looking all that great without Aaron Gordon. Right now, though, the Nets have gotten some great contributions, but none better than Ben Simmons, who in 9 minutes has a steal. He's got 4 assists. He's got 8 points. He's leading the way for scoring, assists. Keon Johnson's got 7 and hasn't missed. Clowney hasn't missed. Martin's hit a couple threes. I mean, there's contributions everywhere on the floor. And it's really good to see. For the Nuggets, they've gotten 14 out of Jokic, and really, that is all. Westbrook's got 5, and Strawther also has 5. Murray's got 4, but really, it's going to be Operation Stop Jokic, and then the peripherals of this Nuggets roster. That's like a new issue altogether. The turnover numbers have been massive in this opening quarter. The Nets have forced 7. I said that was a key to the game in the first, or well, not in the first quarter, pre-game. And the fact that we've had 7 already, that's a big reason as to why we're shooting the ball as well as we are. 13 of 20, hit 5 threes, been to the line for 6 attempts, have made 5, and the Nuggets haven't done a great job of converting their free throws either. Second quarter aims for me, we're getting out rebounded by 3, and I'd imagine there are a few offensive rebounds for them which have resulted in buckets, so that is going to be something we need to cut out. But so far, so good. 5 steals in the opening quarter is a great output. So second quarter definitely could show something similar. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to drop a like on it and subscribe if you are new. We will be back in, well, I think it's the next game, as you can see on screen, I will be covering is the OKC game, which is right at the end of the road trip. I'll be missing the next 4 games. So a little bit of a hiatus, but I will be back. You have my word for that game between the Nets and the OKC Thunder, who are very, very good. We have had our equal 3rd highest scoring quarter of this first quarter of the season. The highest scoring quarter came against the Nuggets, and it was a game in which we scored 40 in the opening quarter. Strawther's hit another 3 as we nearly collected another steal, which is frustrating. They've been incredibly lucky with the ricochets in this game, that's for sure. So Martin, Zaire, Claxton, Clowney, and Wilson the 5. Ben will sit on the bench. He's got 2 personals. Claxton the handoff to Martin, who gets in the mid-range and shoots a fadeaway jumper. That's off, but we get a long rebound because they had collapsed their numbers. It's off. Martin saves it. What? I thought he didn't step on the sideline, but the referees obviously thought otherwise. 36-35, the scoreline. So, as expected, Nuggets defense questionable. Nuggets offense firing on all cylinders. Here's Murray at the elbow, guarded by Martin. Switch. And now he's got Clowney on him. That's going to be tough to contend with. High off the window, it's off. And good rebounding by the Nets. They've got to push. Jordan is trailing. Clowney gets inside. And it looked very much like a pass, because it ended up right in Claxton's hands. But I do think he was actually trying to shoot that ball. I don't think he was trying to pass that off at all. Strawther's got another personal. He's been hit with a couple of those early in the game. But more free throws here for Clowney. So he's been a great positive again today. 7 first quarter points. Some of those involving free throws. And he's doing that again here, well, in the second quarter with the free throws. 2 attempts coming up right now. He's made the first one and another one will follow. And that one goes down as well. So, good shit. 38-35 the score. The Nets have made 7 of their 8 attempts. Strawther guarded by Wilson, and now Wilson will switch on to Watson. Claxton, the knockaway, gets the steal, runs the floor, and an easy flush at the other end. And there's another timeout as the Nuggets commit another turnover. So, while the Nets are allowing the Nuggets to shoot at a high percentage, they are also forcing an absolute boatload of turnovers here in this game. And the Nets are up by 5 again. So, doing a very nice job of forcing these turnovers, man. It's happened all game long. It's plagued the Nuggets. Watson's got 3 turnovers. Murray's got 3 turnovers. The Nets have gotten 6 steals now. Noah Clowney's got 9 points as the high man for the Nets. And well, everyone's getting involved. You love to see it. This has not happened really at all, or really happened in quite some time. The Nets playing with this much flow and freedom. I think it really helps when you're forcing as many turnovers as you are. Like, I cannot recall a game where we've forced this many turnovers in a first half. And I'm looking at the team stats right now. Fast break points, we've got 10-5. And then points off turnovers, the Nets have gotten 14 points off turnovers already to the Nuggets 4. So those are two really key pieces as to why, well, the Nets have gotten the 40 points and why they lead by this margin. So great shit. Great shit. The Pelicans won. So that is pretty important in the context of whether or not, you know, the Nets slide in the league standings. Sabonis had 28 rebounds today. That is just absolutely ridiculous. Alrighty, we have a little game break, but we will be back in just a few short moments. The Nets well in control. They've basically led all game long, whether Jokic has been in the game or out of the game. It's been good. It's been really good. Okay. So, the Nets, I mean, it's been impressive. It's been really impressive. You wanted proactivity defensively, and that would have opened up more opportunities on the other end. The Nets are just playing with the freedom right now that they've played way too much half-court basketball this season, and there's a good reason for that. There's a really good reason for that. A lot of shot creators out. Watford's out. Thomas is out. Johnson is out. And Simmons has been out. So that's a trait that we've been missing. Jordan isn't able to collect the lob that was handed off by Watson. Zaire on the outside now. Tosin's back into the game. We don't really have any creators on the floor. Williams will hand it to Martin, who shoots. And Jordan is able to fly in for the rebound. Murray will slow things up. The Nets got back defensively. Porter picks up his dribble. Had it knocked away again. Claxton with the steal. Surveying the floor. Martin. Tosin allowed to shoot. It's off. I'd like us to attack the paint. Jordan is just not a good defender. If you can get him in a couple of switches, you'll be like laughing to the bank. Watson gets a 2 and is going to get free throws as well. A free throw. Let's see whether this was a foul or not. Claxton coming in. I'm pretty sure the right arm was leaning into Peyton Watson. It's going to be a free throw here for him. So one more free throw for Watson. And that one is good. So they haven't shot the ball particularly well from there, but they can get their better free throw shooters there. They'll be definitely in a better place. The Nets up by 2 early going in this second quarter. About 2.5 minutes gone. Tosin, lob pass to Williams. Had it knocked away. Collects in the backcourt. We've got 9 to shoot. Tosin's going to drive on Watson. Gets rid of him. And then blew the layup. Rebound by Claxton. Rolls it out. Martin 3. Nope. We get another go. Williams with the right. That's off as well. Oh my God. You had so many chances to capitalize there, which you allowed to be punished from the same area in the first quarter. Now it looks like I'm watching potato quality basketball. The Nets get a rebound as that 3 is off by Porter Jr. Clowney gets inside. Mutton. Euro. And it's a foul on Strawther again. That's his second personal in the quarter. And I believe it's more free throws. for Tyrese Martin this time. And Day'Ron Sharpe was initially going to come into the game, but he's now been recalled to the bench. How is that not on the shooting foul? How is that not on the shot, should I say? Claxton to Martin. Moves through. There's another foul. It's Martin who will get free throws. Again, it's Watson picking up the personal. The Nuggets have been, well, in a little bit of foul trouble early in this second quarter. Watson definitely jumps into Martin. So 2 free throws again for the Nets. This time Martin will get a trip. And that one goes down. He gets the shooter's bounce, if you will. So still no side of Jokic in this second quarter, but I imagine we'll probably see that be the case in a minute or two now. $41-38 the score. Make it 42-38. 3.5 gone in this second period. Murray will bring it forward. Guarded by Martin. Couple screens set. Net switch. Watson. Extra. Jordan. Layup. And there's a delay of game. Jordan is not happy. So 8:20 to play in the second. Nets up by 2. They've maintained the lead in the non-Jokic minutes, but I think the real question is when Jokic is back in, what the outcome will be. Tosin on the outside. Tried to dump it off, but that was intercepted. Murray gets inside. Good kick out to Porter for 3. That's off. Good opportunity for the Nuggets to retake the lead, but instead they will have to settle. Martin picks up his dribble. Gee, that was a risky pass. Williams, good catch. Extra to Claxton, who's going to take it at Jordan. And he's blocked by Jordan, but there's another foul. And referee claims it was a hit on the arm. Jordan wants a challenge, and it looks like we may get that review. Let's have a look. He hits him on the arm after. Does he not? If they challenged that, they're idiots. They didn't. And there's a reason to, because Claxton is guaranteed to miss a free throw at minimum every single time he goes to the line. Simmons is back in. So is Jokic. So I'm not sure if that's going to mean they're a turnstile on defense now, but they did give away a lot of fouls without Jokic out there. We missed both. What a fucking surprise that is. That's why you don't exhaust your review when Claxton's headed to the free throw line. It's the equivalent to Jordan, really. Simmons is letting Westbrook shoot the ball. It's fucking with their spacing. Westbrook still doesn't want to shoot it. Jokic guarded by Simmons now. He's going to back him down. We need a help defender. It's off. Rebound by Williams. And the offense has hit a wall in this game. Good cross-court pass. Extra to Tosin. Steps into a 3. It's off. Claxton couldn't get it. And Christian Brown stood on the sideline. It's going to be Nets ball. Another opportunity on this end. And I do feel as if Day'Ron Sharpe is about to check in with Claxton waltzing to the bench. So 7:06 to play. Williams is fouled. Surely we're in the bonus now. Surely. Yep, we are. And so now you've got to be smart. You have the size and you now have the luxury of being in the bonus. And now you've got to make your free throws. Claxton couldn't do it. Zaire, we're going to need you to do what Clax couldn't. A pair at the line, and he makes the first. He's usually pretty good from there. Brown's picked up 3 personals. He's off. And he's barely been on the court today in the last maybe 12 minutes of the game. Jalen Pickett's into the game for Denver, having to delve deeper into the bench. Oh my God. Another missed free throw. That one rims out. Cross court to Strawther. He is going to shoot that and miss. Get the rebound, lads. That's unselfish play by Sharp. He was able to eliminate Jokic on the offensive glass, so Clowney could take it. Simmons now to Clowney, who doesn't have room to put up the 3. Simmons to Williams, who will try over Westbrook. He's got it. And it's a 6-point lead. Z has got his second 3 of the game. Watson, Strawther to Jokic in the middle. Westbrook, layup. And Zaire lost him. Off memory, I'm pretty sure there was a bit of yap between Zaire and Westbrook in the first meeting, off memory. And that was mainly because they were also in a scrap against us in that game. Ball inbounded to Sharp. Top of the key. Williams. Pump fake. Lost the ball again. This time, it was a byproduct of, well, himself. There's a foul off Williams this time. On the break, Watson was interrupted, but illegally. It's going to be free throws, I believe, as I think it was on the gather motion. It's been a very stop-start second quarter, that's for sure. Watson makes the first one. So one more free throw here for the Nuggets. 46-43 the scoreline. And Watson is short. Sharp with the rebound. Simmons will bring it forward as he always does. The 6:07 mark is probably going to look for Sharp in the post. Nope. Oh! Ben! Oh! That was a good move behind the back. Got by Watson and was able to split Watson and Jokic. But a good defensive recovery by Watson. I thought Simmons had the reverse. In his heyday, he would have flushed it. Wilson misses the 3. A rebound by Jokic. Wilson has been awful. I cannot remember the last time he's made a 3-pointer. He's been shit. Simmons guarding Jokic now. Cutter. Oh my God, Dayron. How many times is this guy going to jump? I'm not even sure if he was the guy who committed the foul, but he looked like an absolute madman in the air. So Westbrook to shoot a pair as well. Like, fuck's sake. Johnson is like sagging off to double Jokic, but he's not really doubling him at all. To be completely honest. And he's forced that Dayron Sharp rash closeout if he was the guy who committed the foul. On that previous play, though, with Simmons, that's where he's really just got to get into the body of the defender because Watson jumped. If he could have just jumped into him, I reckon he's getting a whistle. And with the Nets in the bonus, you've just got to be smart with that sort of thing. Clowney guarded by Westbrook. They've changed the assignment, so now Simmons is not guarded by Westbrook. Johnson gets into the mid-range. It's a wide open 2, and that rattles home. So that's a smart play because they're giving that mid-range jump shot. Westbrook, no look. Layup is off. We've got another free throw attempt here by Denver. Simmons has committed his 3rd personal. Fuck's sake, man. 48-45 now the score. Simmons with 3 personals. I don't know how many free throws have been responsible for points in this quarter. It does feel like basically half. Like for both teams. I reckon both teams have been to the line for maybe 6 attempts, and the Nuggets have only scored 15 points. So Clowney's going to sit. Martin will check in. And one more free throw here for Strawther to cut the lead back down to 1 for the Nets. That one's in. So looks like we want to move it quickly. Johnson, bounce pass, extra. Martin moves inside. He had an open look. He kicked it out to Johnson. That three's off. Long rebound, Westbrook. And the Nuggets are running. Strawther picks up his dribble. He honestly could have exploited a little bit better. How on earth has Watson found Jokic there? It looks like we're getting a timeout. I thought the Nets had done well to stay home. But the Nuggets have retaken the lead. And it is, well, the Nets have done well for most of the game to withhold the Nuggets. Or withstand the Nuggets attack. But the Nuggets now lead by that 1 point margin. The Nets have only scored 12 points in this quarter. So it's been a lot more of a grind in this second quarter. That's for certain. The Nets are not shooting above 50% anymore. Their 3-point shooting has fallen off a cliff. I think they were 5 of 8. They've made one of their last 8. It does not help when you've got Wilson missing a couple. Tosin's missed a couple. He's 0 of 4 total, and he was on the floor 8 minutes. So that is a bit of a stab to the side. And the Nuggets, I mean, have turned the ball over a lot less in this quarter, and the Nets much the same. Simmons with the 12 minutes today, which is interesting. Clowney with a team high 14 minutes. Jokic has got 16, only the 2 in the quarter. Strawther has got 10, and Westbrook has got 9. So that's been the big 3 in quotations. And look, it's been a very heavy free throw game. Nuggets have had 17, the Nets have had 14. The 3-point shooting, the Nuggets have only hit 2. So I think that's also a key piece as to why we're in this game, because the Nuggets have gone the long way round. A lot higher of a rim presence for the Nuggets in comparison to the Nets, who are, have hit a few more 3-pointers. But both teams with heavy free throw outputs in this game, helping their point total. So, look, this is the stage of the game in which the Nets, the last couple of matches, they've ended the game losing by 15. There's been a patch of the game round about this point in the final 5 minutes of the second quarter where they've given away 10, 12, 14, 16 points unanswered. And that's basically thrown the game away. I mean, that's been the result. That's resulted in the a clear disparity between both sides at halftime, and it's meant that the Nets have had found themselves on the road where it's a long way back. So I feel like the Nets, they need to rectify what they have done in the last couple of games and just need to clamp, really, and ensure that they keep the turnovers down, keep the scoreboard ticking over, and they should be okay. Got to get a couple steals, I feel, though. Nuggets playing a 3-2 zone right now. Claxton and Sharp both on the floor, which is very strange. Sharp's allowed to shoot the 3 right in front of the bench. It's badly off. We get the board. We'll get another look. Johnson, that's another bad miss, and it's out of bounds. This is going to be the issue, right? If they, first quarter, hit the 3s, no problem. Second quarter, haven't been able to hit the 3s, and with the Nuggets playing that zone, if we can't hit the 3s, it might as well be a wrap. Jokic. Watson, the cutter, shoots over Claxton and gets the 2 to go with the right hand. So they're attacking the paint, and even with Claxton and Sharp, they're scoring. So that doesn't bode too well. Johnson bounce pass to Martin. Skip passes are going to be the thing we need to look for. Claxton falling over. Wilson's going to shoot another 3. Miss it awfully. Sharp gets the board, turns the corner. And then there's a foul. Oh, goodness me. I don't know who that's on. I'm liking to think that it's Claxton who was fouled. But it also could have been Sharp on the pass. .347 to play in the second. How on earth is that not our ball? We're in the bonus. What? We got fouled. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know how that... there must be some intricacy that I'm not aware of. Wilson just had it knocked away. Fuck's sake, man. Oh my God. Pickett gets the 2 to go and we'll get a free throw. Fucking hell, Wilson is shit. I don't know what has happened to him. Passing, like, it just feels like he's turning the ball over or missing a 3 on every single trip. And he's also responsible for the foul on that end. He's missed a 3, he's fouled the opposition and given away an and 1, and also lost the basketball, all in like a 30-second period of time. I was talking about us not allowing a run. We have allowed a run. It's like a 14-2 run at this point. Fuck's sake. In 3 minutes, man. It's happening again. If this gets out to double figures, you've just got to get a bucket. Clowney's going to shoot another 3. Are we not getting the fucking message? Oh, Jesus Christ. It's just 3 after 3. Johnson's trying to go at Jokic. Roll it back out. Oh my God. It's a Martin baseline 2. It's off again. We are shooting such poor shot selection. Another open 3. It's Pickett. That's off. You can't get the rebound. You don't box out. Westbrook scores another 2. Just fucking gifting him everything at this point. Our offense has hit a wall. Fucking hell, it happens every game where you just keep shooting 3s, man. Attack the rim. Williams misses another 3. Clowney gets an offensive rebound. Fuck's sake, man. Another missed 3, though. It's just... it's infectious. Good cut by Jokic. Blocked by Claxton. Get the board. Johnson. Clowney is going to shoot another 3. Oh my God, he was fouled. That is awful. Whoever that was on the closeout, Pickett, that is just a cardinal sin. You cannot do that. Clowney's 3 was so badly off. It was Strawther, actually. No, that's not it. They're replaying the previous play. I want to see the other play. Good block by Claxton as well. Good hold up by Williams. But my goodness, these 3s, how many have we missed in this quarter? Because it is abysmal. It's abysmal. We're just lucky the Nuggets haven't really been all that crazy from the field themselves. It's been a very stop-start quarter, and the momentum really hasn't... Jesus Christ, that is a soft foul, by the way. I'm just seeing that replay back. Yeah, they've only scored the 24 second quarter points, and the Nets have scored 16. So, in any other game where we allow 30, it definitely could be a lot worse of a result right now. But look, the third quarter, things need to be picked back up, and I feel like not having Simmons on the floor for much of the second quarter has hurt us. Because it just feels like every time you get the ball off a Ben Simmons pass, it's actually getting knocked down, which is sort of crazy. So Nets 5 on the floor is the starting 5, except Martin's out there instead of Simmons. Watson a mid-range 2. That one is good as well. He's been a very good player for them in the second quarter. He's gone from turnover prone and a non-factor on offense in the first quarter to the complete opposite in the second quarter. Johnson moves inside, picks up his dribble, wanted a whistle, but in the end it just ended up being a shocking attempt at a shot. What the hell is this? What is this defense, bro? Getting let off again, luckily. Williams the bounce pass. We get it ahead. And he gets it to go. Where was the foul? It's a good dime by Zaire Williams, though. Nuggets numbers had not gotten back. It allowed an open lane. Much like that pass there, Claxton's just allowed the entry pass with incredible ease, and Clowney had to roll over as the help defender and was able to wrap Jokic up before he put up some absurd 2-point layup, which he would have made knowing him. So, Nets trailing by 3 with 80 seconds left here in this second quarter. Jokic has not really been at the line today. Even despite his prolific play, especially in the first quarter where he made, well, a ton of points. 59-55. The score, 1:20 to play here in the second. And that second free throw goes down. So, a 5-point contest here. And the Nets just need to ensure that we don't allow them to go on like a 7-0 run to end this quarter off. Because that would completely undo all the hard work. Claxton, spin move, shoots with the left, and contorts his body to score and cut it back down to 3. Porter, got it by Williams. Westbrook, switch. He's going to back down Martin. Gets into the paint, body bump, shoots off glass, misses. Claxton rebound, we get it ahead. Oh my fucking God, lads. Look after the ball. You didn't need to do that. Did not need to do that. Oh my God, and we've... That is so fucking shit. That's so shit. Well, first and foremost, they just triggered the ball in and Zaire was completely out of the play. He's going to shoot a 3. Miss it. Oh, Zaire, mate. Fuck's sake, bro. I swear if you allow another 3-pointer, maybe I can live with the 2, but what a way to undo your hard work. You could have cut it to 1, and now Jokic is going to extend the lead to 8. Because Claxton just threw that ball away. That's a fucking momentum killer. You could have gotten it down to a 1-point game, and instead it's now 8. Have an opportunity here. Claxton will be available for the lob, or was initially, but that would have been a bit egregious. Johnson going to drive in on Murray. Shoots off glass. Gets it to go. Banks it in. And that is the half. 65-59, a great move to get inside and score the bucket. Attacking Jamal Murray, who's probably not known for his defense. Overall, though, the Nuggets flipped the switch in the second quarter. The Nets only scored 23 points, but the Nuggets managed 33 and repeat their efforts from the first quarter. And as it stands, the Nets trail by 6, but I'm pretty happy with that half. There were a few things that definitely could have been cleaned up. And it's actually, well, it's quite a miracle. Yeah, what the fuck? Bro, Zaire's not even in the fucking play. He's still out of bounds by like 10 feet. What the hell? That's just bullshit. They've just allowed that. And they got a 3 off that play, which is just a joke. So if that's not match fixing, then I don't know what is. But halftime break, yeah, and as I said, I'm pretty happy with this first half. Noah Clowney's got another 14-point first half, which is just a really good sign. I think the even better sign is the fact that those 14 points have come off 5 shots. He's had 7 free throws already, which has eclipsed the mark he set in the previous game where he scored 6, or had 6 free throws and converted all of them. Keon Johnson is 13 as well, which I think is, well, something that's happened a lot more quietly and more under the rug. Tyrese Martin's hit a couple threes, but the inefficiency is definitely there. Zaire Williams has hit a couple threes as well, which is great to see. And Claxton's got 6. Simmons with the 8 points and the 5 assists. This is what I'm saying. Ben will not score another point for the rest of the game, knowing him. He may get the 10 assists, but he's only played the 12 minutes. and he's picked up 3 personals. So a lot of fouls in that opening half. The Nets had 14 and the Nuggets had 10. The turnover number definitely dried up for the Denver Nuggets, which is probably a massive reason as to why they outscored us by 10 in that quarter. But another key reason is the 3-point shooting. Now, I don't know what it was at quarter time, but now it is a shocking mark from 3. And, well, the Nets have made a lot less shots. The free throw numbers keeping them in this game, because if they didn't have the luxury of saying they had 17 first half free throws, I don't know where we would be, because the 3-pointers were non-existent in that second quarter. And you know what? I'm actually just going to double check free throws. In the first quarter, let me see if there's a... I would have definitely done a box score check at quarter time, and that would have told me everything. Here we go. Let me have a look. Free throws. Let's have a look. Free throw number. It's a little bit unclear because I don't know why it's playing back on potato quality. Yeah, so we were 5 of 8 at quarter time. We have gone 1 of 14 in the second quarter from 3. I mean, that's just fucking shithouse. Like, there's just no way you're even going to have a fucking chance if you shoot that badly. And look, it's no coincidence. Like, if we had have even scored 3 or 4 3-pointers, like, in that second quarter, we would be nearly at 70 points. We would be leading. And we definitely would be asking more questions of the Nuggets defense, that's for sure. But they've been more than happy to play the zone purely because we have not made our shots. So it's not been pretty. It's not been pretty. Jokic has gotten 20 in the first half of the Nuggets, but interestingly enough, it hasn't really felt like we've felt the brunt of a Jokic, like an impactful Jokic game, even though he scored the 20. I don't know why it says he's played 29 minutes, because he clearly hasn't. Strawther with 10 off the bench, good efficiency there, and Peyton Watson has 8 points as well off the bench. He definitely had a bigger role to play in the second quarter. 2 steals and 2 blocks. I reckon they all were accumulated in that second quarter, and he's a team high plus 11. Westbrook's got 11 and 7. And look, I find that an issue, not for the points we've given up, but the amount of rebounds we've given up. I mean, he has gotten 4 offensive rebounds in that first half. That accounts for half of their offensive rebounding total. Now, the Nets are tied with the Nuggets for rebounds. They're also tied with them for offensive rebounds, but it should be a far more different like outcome at the moment, because like Westbrook skying in for rebounds, that's just unacceptable. I don't know how many second chance points they've gotten out of that, but that is infuriating from my end. The points off turnovers, that has definitely swayed more in the Nuggets' favor now, and they've got 40 points in the paint. So pretty clear, like half our points have come from 3. They've got, well, a lot more of their points. 2/3 of their points have come from 2. So you're seeing the shot profile is a lot different. And, you know, unsurprisingly, as I said, we shot 1 of 14 in that second quarter from 3. That is fucking abysmal. So, like, if I look at quarter 2, we were 27% from the field, and from 3, I reckon we were even worse. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, 1 make from the outside. You chalk that off, and we're 6 of 12 on the interior. For the Nuggets, they only made 2 threes. They only attempted 6. They're just playing bully ball on the inside, and it makes sense. And they shot the ball 46%. I mean, if it was one of those typical 55% quarters that oppositions usually have when we shoot the ball this badly, then this game probably could be called as good as over. But we are not in that position right now. So there's definitely a ball game. It's just going to be a matter of whether or not we show up. Early minutes in the second quarter are going to be pretty key. Second half, should I say. Alrighty. So, hang on a second. I'm going to be right back. I'll just be a few brief moments, and then we will be back, and we'll preview the second half in just a few short moments. I will be right back. See you in a bit. All right, we're back. Okay. So we return where we left off. 65-59 the scoreline. Yeah, look, for the second half, there's a number of things we need to clean up. Turnovers need to be boosted up again. Granted, it was always going to be tough to force another 7 turnovers in that second quarter, but in the second half, we're going to need to see an output similar to that of the first half, in the sense that the Nuggets had 9 turnovers. We need to see them push 20 turnovers in the second half for us to have a sniff. The offensive rebounding's got to be cut down, because Westbrook, quite frankly, should not have 8 off, or be accountable for half of the offensive rebounds they have had. That just should not be allowed. And I think the other key part about this as well, in the second half, the 3-point shooting, right? That cannot happen again. What I just witnessed, going 1 of 14 in the quarter, that's an ultimate tank job. If it wasn't for the free throws, it would be a lot worse. But goodness gracious me, you just got to tighten it up. You've got to tighten it up from 3. That's really tanking our shooting percentages, by the way. If we could have just hit, I don't know, 3 threes in that quarter, 3 more threes, and go 4-14, which isn't a great mark anyway. That's like 27% or whatever, which is what we're shooting right now. We would be at a lot better of a percentage from the field. From 3, would be close to 50% from the field, and we'd be close to about 35% from 3, I think, which isn't a bad mark. And that would definitely, well, it would have us 6 points better. 9 points better. We would be leading at the break. So, look, it's probably going to be another one of those games. At least it is currently shaped to be another one of those games where the Nuggets score 130. So, look, Porter's only got the 4, Murray's only got the 7, and they've still scored 65. That's the real issue for me. And so, yeah, we're going to probably have our hands full heading into this second half. But I'm interested to see what this team have got. That's for certain. If you are enjoying, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you are new. We will be back for, well, in about a week and a bit's time for Nets Thunder. However, there are games against Utah, Portland, and both LA opponents, which, I mean, are definitely going to be very, very tough. Alrighty. So I think I was just checking the messages. I think another really good sign that I've seen the last couple of games, Clowney not necessarily hitting threes, but the free throw number severely lifted in the last couple of games. And it makes a lot of sense, right? Like, he is a lengthy sort of a player. I feel like he's getting a little bit wasted on the perimeter. Like, if he can shoot the three, great. He's shooting it at 38% from three this season. But the problem is 41% from the field this year. And that is a problem. Like, that indicates that his percentages on the inside are not great. But the last couple games, I mean, against Indiana, he got to the line a few times. Against Detroit, he got 6 free throws. He's at 7 today. And so I'm just looking at his percentages. He's averaging 5 threes a game. 2s a game, he's shooting it at 45%. But because he's taking only a fraction of 2s compared to 3s, it's just severely tanking his percentages. And in terms of free throws, he's averaging a free throw a game, a free throw and a half a game. So to see him like get 16 free throws over 2.5 games of basketball, that's a really good sign. And he probably needed to do that. Get a little bit more balance in there. So that helps. So second half is about to get underway. I don't know why it keeps defaulting me to the Nuggets coverage. But second half about to begin. The fact that we really mitigated the damage, despite shooting the ball like ass from 3 in that second quarter. 1 of 14 in case you missed it. We were 1 of 14 from 3 in the quarter and we are only down 6. It's very similar to that game where we completely tanked it against Milwaukee in the closing 6 minutes and still won the game. So, look, we're definitely in the game. It's going to take something like an effort very similar to the first quarter in order for us to get the W. But I'm interested to see what Ben Simmons we get in the second half, how long he's going to play, what the output's going to be like, because the first quarter was explosive. Second quarter, not so much. Jokic knocks down a 3. That was the most relaxed defensive coverage I've ever seen, covering Jokic on the perimeter. So leads up to a game-high 9. Simmons at the elbow. Clowney's going to get an open 3. That's a beautiful look. And for him to miss that wide open, well, that's going to be an issue. Good turnover there as Zaire read the pass. Layup. And he gets it to go. That's beautiful. A beautiful one-man break by Zaire Williams. Gets the stop. Takes it end to end. Scores the 2, the first points of the second half. What is Clax doing? He's allowed 5 of maybe the easiest points I've ever seen Jokic get. Zaire is going to feed Ben. What the fuck is that? It would have been a flashy pass if it was made, but Claxton, I swear to God, has not rocked up. I've seen 1 and a bit minutes, and I've seen enough. Strawther misses the layup. It looks like he's starting the second half. Christian Brown is also out there, so who's missing? Williams misses another 3. Rebound by Westbrook. Who's missing? I can't work out. Westbrook? Jamal Murray, it looks like. Is not out there. Strawther, open 3 for Porter. That one's off too. Rebound by the Nuggets. They're just queuing up on the outside. This has been the most fucking awful start to the second half I've ever seen. I mean, I am sitting here on my seat and I look more energetic than this team in the second half. What a fucking awful start. 15 minute break, and it looks like the break is still going. Like, fucking pathetic start, if you ask me. 8 points to 2. But my goodness, those are the easiest 8 points I've ever seen. We've given away offensive rebounds. We've given away wide open shots. The closeouts haven't been there. There's been turnovers. Fucking hell, it's just a bit of an embarrassment, isn't it? So, if you're tanking, it's cool, but my goodness, this is not a good precedent to set if you're happy with this. So, it's a 12-point lead, the biggest lead of the game. Goodness me. Okay. I hope Geordie's given him a fucking fire up in that timeout, because that's just... They have been awful in this. It hasn't even been 2 minutes in this second half, and it's just been shit. What a way to ruin a really good first half. I mean, they've already doubled the lead. So... Alrighty. 73-61 the score. Third quarter action just begun, but I probably wish it didn't. And it's starting right now. Alrighty. So, 12-point lead. Nuggets have started brilliantly. What? When the fuck was there a technical foul? Oh, brother, what the fuck, man? Zaire's got a technical. For what, bro? So fucking out of pocket, man. Claxton, Clowney on the wraparound. He's got no room to shoot that. Johnson does, though. And he's going to rattle that one home. So we're going to need to hit a lot more of those now, especially if our our defense is going to be as lackluster as it has been. Jokic to Porter on the perimeter. Westbrook allowed to shoot the ball. Simmons doesn't look remotely interested closing that out. But, mate, if you're going to be doing that, you need to get the board. Fucking hell, lads. Mate, you have allowed an open Westbrook 3. You are the extra number in the paint, and you've allowed an offensive rebound, which equals a 3 anyway. Fucking hell, man. Johnson picks up his dribble and then is blocked, and they stood on the sideline. Fucking hell, though, lads. This has just been a shocking start to the quarter. You've given away multiple threes as a case of multiple offensive rebounds. They're 6 points better because you couldn't rebound the ball, and now you've turned the ball over. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ, this is shit. How many points? We've given away 14 points in 3 minutes. And that basically is the lead right now, 15. Purely because, like, the effort's been shit. We have looked so pedestrian in this first 3 minutes. Simmons to Clowney, who will drive down the middle and blows the layup. That's a better look, but this defense has been fucking lackluster at best. Looks so lethargic out the gate. Wouldn't have thought we were Down by 6. Westbrook's hit another 3. And that's what happens. He missed the 3 and you still got punished. And then he's going to make that one. It's an 18-point lead. Goodness me. What a fucking embarrassment. Claxton 2. That goes down. He got the shooter's bounce. I mean, that even looked incredibly unconvincing. I don't care about losing. I care about the exact demeanor to start this second half. It's been awful. It's not the precedent you want to set. Jokic gets into the paint. Another open 3 for Brown. That's off. And let me guess, you nearly gave away another offensive rebound. Very lucky we didn't. Claxton with the jab step. He shoots and he scores with the left again. So 4 straight for Claxton. So 82-68 the score. Westbrook the bounce pass into Jokic. Simmons is going to get hit with a kickball as Jokic try to behind the back along the baseline. Strawther's going to inbound. It looks like Wilson's going to come into the game, which honestly could make us somehow worse given this start. Down 14. Johnson will sit. So look, there's a fuck ton of length on the court, right? You should not be giving away buckets with ease. Porter shoots another 3. That one's not easy. Porter's just decided to wake up. He scored 4 points in the entire first half, and he's gone and scored 9 immediately. Williams, the response, nope. Shocking miss. Brilliant pass. Layup is good. Oh my God. It's just like a bucket that's a bucket with no surface. It's like you pour the water into the bucket and it's going straight onto the floor. That's the perfect way to describe the Nets defense right now because it is just awful. 22 points and we have had just a little bit over 5 minutes elapse. And you set the standard the minute the third quarter started, looking like you all had your eyes closed. That's exactly what it looked like. Fucking ridiculous. I mean, that is just... As I said, I'd rather lose. Like, I'm happy to lose, but like this, nah. Because what standard does that set? What habit does that create? What precedent does it set? It sets a fucking shocking precedent. You can have the best players in the world. You can tank for whoever. But if that is what you're accepting, then you're not going to go anywhere at all. You're not going to go anywhere at all. So, really disappointing start to the second half, if I'm going to be completely honest. To have conceded 22 points in 5 minutes. There's just no words, really. I did say this game is going to be made at the start of the third quarter. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to say that, mind you. Like, fuck's sake, man. It's just bullshit. So, yeah. It's just unbelievable. It's like this team just did not exit the tunnel. Like, unbelievable. So it's a 19-point lead. And we've just turned it over again. You just can't make that shit up. What? Bro, you're fucking kidding. That official is absolutely blind, the fact that he made that call initially. Couldn't have been any more blatantly off them, and the officials looked like he's facing the ball 1 meter away and has somehow deemed it off us. Fucking dreaming, lads. Taking the piss. The fact that we turned the ball over out of the timeout as well is just a shambles. Oh my god. We didn't turn it over enough, apparently. We've turned it over again. So you not only gave yourself no chance to get into the first set, but then the second time you try to run it, it happens again. Just allowed a backdoor cut. That wasn't honored, luckily, but Porter's going to get an open three anyway, and he's going to miss that one. So we get a bit of relief. Claxton's got a push. Jokic is completely out of the play. They've got no interior presence, and we still didn't attack it and shot a mid-range instead. Tells you all you need to know. Brown's going to drive in. Extra. Jokic misses. I mean, we did well to trap him in the paint. Wilson to Tosin. Body bump. Extra, but there's no fucking spacing. Claxton's going to need to give it to Tosin again. Oh my fucking god. He's fallen over. It's like he was moving in slow motion when he hit the ground, and the officials have bailed him out. Maybe for the theatrics, potentially. So, believe it or not, it actually was a foul. Clowney to Martin. Drive in. Fade away two. That's just another tough shot. I mean, pretty poor offensive set, if you ask me. Westbrook is going to look for Jokic again. Drive in. And layup is off. And we do well to get a rebound. But guess what? There's a basket interference. What? Oh my god. They've given them another 2 points. Just give him the game and we'll walk off right now. Fuck's sake, Clax. An offensive basket interference. I can't believe this shit. It's a 21-point lead. At least we were in it for a half, I guess. But even then, that was still infuriating to me. Clowney, Tosin, Claxton on the wing. Wilson's going to step into a three contested. Another missed shot. Because when are you going to score the ball when you're shooting like that? You can't even hit open threes and you're going to shoot that. Porter's well held. Tosin blocks it partially. Porter got it back. And I wouldn't have been remotely surprised if that went down. It's going to be free throws though. So the free throws have dried up. The threes have dried up, or they had already been completely erased. And now, well, every source of scoring's completely gone. We've scored 9 points in the quarter. This is even worse of a rate than it was in the first, or in the second quarter, should I say. Porter's rims out. Beekman's in the game, so looks like Ben's just not going to get game time here in this second half, I think. I think they've well and truly pulled the plug on that, that's for sure. So Porter makes one of two. So down 22. I mean, the tanking is exceptional in this quarter, but man, those first few minutes are something to be fucking ashamed of. I don't care if you're tanking or not. Martin. Beekman, pump fake. Opens up the floor to give Martin an open look. Nicely played. So we haven't had 3-point shooting that wide open for much of the second and third quarters, so it's refreshing to see a bit of that. Beekman doing well there, facilitating. Strawther's three is off. Sharp gets the rebound. Beekman nearly was blindsided by Strawther, who appeared out of nowhere. Beekman was fouled by Strawther. They have just called fouls for everything in this game. And I reckon we're going to be here a little bit longer than usual because of it. 4 minutes to play here in the third. Beekman will inbound. Tosin, Sharp, Wilson, and Martin on the floor. Oh, for fuck's sake, Dayron. How many illegal screens this season? Year 4 and he's still doing it. Or is it Wilson? Fucking hell, man, Dayron. Fuck's sake. Beekman's playing good defense, though. I'll give him that. Porter, tough too. He's too big. We don't have anyone 6'10" to really contest that. Porter can get his arms up to where no one can reach. Tosin, give and go. Layup. And he scores. Nice. Good two-man game there by the Nets. It's back down to 19. So I guess we've stopped the bleeding to an extent, but game's pretty much over. There's an offensive foul, and it's on Strawther, I think. He's been in a little bit of foul trouble today. 3:18 to play in the third quarter. So Jamal Murray, I'm pretty certain, is ruled out of this game now because he has not played a second of the third quarter. Play resumes. Beekman on the outside. Sharp. Back to Beekman. Now to the corner for Tosin, who stood on the fucking sideline. So this is actually driving me crazy with the amount of stoppages there are these days. Jokic to Pickett, who's back into the game. Brown and Watson also checked in. Good defense by Tosin off the ball. Beekman on the ball is also causing a few issues. However, that's good patience, and Pickett scores with the clock winding down. So 3 and a bit minutes to play. Beekman on the outside. Johnson will use the sharp screen. He is back in the game. Gets inside, and that scoop is off. Sharp gets the offensive rebound, and there's a foul on the floor again. And I think it's Porter committing the personal there. So definitely a more admirable performance in the second half by the bench than the starters. The starters were fucking abysmal. .230 to play in the third. Porter will sit on the bench now. And I don't know where that pass was being sent. Pickett blows the layup. Tosin with the board. And we get it ahead. Johnson can't do anything because Jokic is just camping. And Johnson's going to shoot a 3. And that one's off as well. So Jokic is in the paint with a mismatch. Brown, that's good. That's beautiful work there by Tyrese Martin to get the stop, and then he was going to fall out of bounds, so heads up play to knock it off Brown, who was standing on the sideline. So 94-73, 2 minutes to play. Johnson, 1-2 is Sharp. Martin, lot of space. Beekman, back to Martin. Numbers open up. And Martin he's a very good three-point shooter. Like, I don't know what his shooting percentages are this season, but Tyrese Martin's been a bowler from the outside. And if we go to the box score, I mean, it actually paints a really sorry picture, right? Because, well, Clowney hasn't scored. Claxton's only got the 2 buckets. Williams has only scored a bucket. Simmons hasn't really done anything. And, well, Keon Johnson's only hit a 3. So, look, the percentages have actually not been half bad in this quarter. The problem is we have had 6 turnovers. The Nuggets have had 2. Westbrook's got 16 and 10. Porter has got 11 in the quarter. Strother's been quiet. Jokic has 26 points, and he is very close to a triple-double. And on the Nets end, we still have 5 players in double figures. We're probably going to hit the 100-point mark, but we just haven't nearly been good enough in the second half, that's for sure. So, disappointing, because the first half, I think we put in a really good shift. Geordie understands the assignment. He's now silently on board. Well, I don't care what Geordie says. He did not tell them to play as shit as they did out of the break. Like, I refuse to believe that, because that goes against everything he's preached. So, the fact that they started the second half so poorly like that has me fucking pissed. I'm happy to lose, as I said, but not like that. Nets do well to get a steal here. Oh my god, that was nearly a turnover. Nets will get a look here. Beekman gets inside. Sharp, extra. Johnson. Clank! Clank! I mean, Johnson is missing 3s for fun out there. And there's a lot of open tries as well. Westbrook on the perimeter. Drive in. Good block by Martin. Rebound by the Nets. They're getting stops now. Beekman going to slow things up. Sharp on the outside. To Martin. Drive in. Good take. And he's fouled and he scores for 2. And he hit the ground firmly as well, because he's taking an extra second to get up. And DeAndre Jordan is proven to be dog shit on the pick and roll defense. He was 3 years ago when he was on our team. So, you know, you might as well attack that little bit of weakness there. So they led by as much as 21. The lead is now 16, with the potential for it to be 15, with the conversion of this N1 opportunity here. Tyrese Martin's been pretty good. 16 points. He's made 4 of his 7 3-point tries. And Martin's free throw is good. So, 15-point game. Watson out there with Westbrook. Jordan. I believe Christian Brown is also out there. And Porter Jr. No Jamal Murray in this second half for Denver. Why on earth would you commit that foul? Is my question. Watson got almost shoved 15 meters back. Jalen Pickett's in the game. So Brown on the bench, Porter in the game. Westbrook, pocket pass, wrap around, knock away. What? There's no bloody way. Geordie's going to challenge this. He thinks this is a turnover. Beekman didn't touch the ball. He could have collected it. He let it go out. We're going to get a green light special here, I think. So this is going to be reviewed to see if it's gone out off the Nets or the Nuggets. 33 seconds left in this third quarter. 94-79 the score. Excuse me. So 33 seconds left in the third. The replay center's been fucking garbage. There's no visual in Denver, it looks like. It's all audio cues. And then the green light's also not working. So that's stuffed as well. So I reckon we're going to have a little bit of an extended break here because there's absolutely nothing for the official to look at. Let's see if it's gone out off them. Beekman claims he didn't touch the ball. Looks like it's all about the replay center because there's absolutely no vision at ground level. The official's just getting audio cues. He's got no idea what it is. So, if the Nets win this, they can potentially cut it down to a 12 or 13 point game. It's taking a long time here for them to make a decision. Has that gone out off Sharp? Is it going to be net ball? It's going to be Nets ball. Another Geordie challenge won. So Beekman was trusted with his word and Beekman was not lying. So 94-79 the score. The Nets can get this down to potentially a dozen. So timeout retained, challenge retained. The Nets can potentially get a 2-for-1 if they move quickly enough. It's going to be quick, I would think. Martin, 3. Nope. Rebound by Westbrook. And that 2-for-1 was unsuccessful. But I guess if he made it, Martin shooting the ball well this game, it would have made things very interesting. But the Nuggets can get this out to a pretty hefty lead if, well, 2 or 3. Westbrook nearly fumbled it out of bounds. It's good defense by Beekman. Kick out to Brown. Steps into a deep 2. And it is off. Dayron. Thank God for that. They ran out of time. They would have gotten the offensive rebound, but the Nets do well to keep it, well, at a 15-point deficit. I mean, it could be a lot worse. Given that third quarter was pretty dire initially, I think the Nets have done well here to reel it back in. Martin's got 17. Johnson's got 16. And the Nets bench have dug in here to keep things reasonable. DeAndre Jordan is a -8. He's a -8 in a game that they are up by 15. God, Jokic is a +23 as well. So this really tells you all you need to know. When he's on the court, they are living. The turnover count did go up a little bit in the back end of that quarter for Denver, so that has left the door slightly ajar for the Nets. In that quarter, they actually got outscored by less than they did in the second quarter, which is quite baffling because the Nets started like shit in this third quarter, and it looks like they really didn't exit the tunnel for about 4 minutes of that second half. So it's been a tough middle patch of the game, only the 20 points in the third quarter, but man, anything can happen in this fourth quarter, that's for sure. If you are enjoying, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. If you are new, we will be back in about a week's time. So make sure to make the most of this one because it'll be a bit of time before the next. Bench have looked a lot better than the starters, but of course, as we said, starters are contending with something a lot more difficult in terms of the personnel the Nuggets have on the floor at once. That being said, the way they carried themselves in that to start the second half, that's irrelevant. That's an irrelevant part of, whether you have offensive talent or not, because it was just unacceptable the way they carried themselves. Alrighty. Fourth quarter about to get underway. Sharp's going to try his luck from 3. That's another bad miss. Mate, Dayron, I reckon you got to put the 3 away just for a few moments and just hard reset, because fucking hell, he has not made a 3 in about 3 weeks. It's an offensive foul, interestingly enough. All right. Tosin, give and go, but it was a bad pass by Sharp. Tosin picks up his dribble, needs help. 6 to shoot. Westbrook guarding Martin. Drive in, wrap around, great look. Tosin, yes! Beautiful by Tosin. And Tyrese Martin, great work there. Wraparound pass on the driving kick. Freed up the shooter. You love to see it. Watson. Westbrook 3 is off. Get the board. And I've just... Oh my god. I have not... Oh my god. Johnson has an open 3. Fucking hell. Toe on the line, though. Made it a little bit questionable. That would have put it in single digits. Unbelievably. It's been good, this bench unit. They've played with an intensity that the starters definitely did not. There's a body bump, and Tosin claims that Jordan pushed him into the offensive player. Strother inbounds it to Westbrook. Jordan handoff to Porter Jr. Steps back. It's good defense by Tosin. He's forced the most contested 3 I've ever seen. The Nets can run. Johnson attacks Porter. Kick out. Tosin has another open 3. Yes! Timeout, baby! We have a ball game. Here we go. 9-point contest. And the Nets have started the fourth miles better, kilometers better than they started the second half. This is nice to see. And we're hitting a couple of 3-pointers to start the fourth as well. Without Jokic on the floor, I mean, DeAndre Jordan is a negative 14 on the court. A negative 14, and they're up by 9. That tells you everything. Nets have made 3 more threes. The free throw number has dried up in this second half. They've only had 1 attempt the whole second half. But they have started the fourth very nicely. 2 3-pointers by Tosin has ensured that the Nets are in a potential spot to steal this. A bit of a smash and grab effort, some would say. But a 9-point contest, it's making it interesting, that's for certain. I'm a little bit surprised, to be completely honest, because I didn't think Denver were going to allow this comeback to occur. That's for sure. Excuse me. So 9-point game. Love that. Okay. This is, well, it's very interesting, actually, that we've been able to reel it back in a little bit. The bench have done well, and it started with the defense, though. They brought Beekman in. He's played good defense. Tosin's played very physical defense on Michael Porter, who didn't know what that was at the start of the third quarter. So, good shit by the Nets. Good shit. Alrighty. So, Westbrook out there with... Now Jokic is back on the floor, so I think it's fair to say that they're going to have a bit more scoring availability here, but Nets doing well here again. Sharp. Guarding Jokic. Oh my god, that's so fucking jammy, the fact that he's been able to draw a foul. And they've actually said, like, what is he supposed to do there, Sharp? What is Dayron supposed to do in that situation? It's just a body bump, and he just flails his arms and gets the whistle. Free throw is well right, so nicely done. Second one is good. So it's back up to 10. But only the one free throw made means the Nets can cut into this a little bit further. Tosin on the outside. Drive in. Shoots with the rights. He's scored 8 in a row for the Nets. He's shown this in brief stints. He's got a steal. Oh! He nearly reeled it in. He ran out of tarmac, though. Alrighty. So 9:24 to play. The lead is 8. It's gotten very interesting with the bench here. Jokic at the elbow, guarded by Sharp. Oh, God. He's done some nice things, Tosin, but he's allowed the backdoor cut with ease, and it was an easy uncontested 2. 97-87. Johnson. Lob. Sharp! Good find by Keon Johnson. I'm now back to being engaged because this team look engaged. Bit of reciprocation here. Westbrook inside. Finger roll is no good. Great work by Tosin. We've got the numbers here. Johnson, kick out. Beekman, pump fake. Drive in. Extra. Martin relocates for 3. It's off. That was a good look. The passing was good as well. Finding the extra man. Strawther shoots. Tosin, another stop. He's been unbelievable. The rim run is on. Skip pass to Beekman. He's got an open 3. Splash! We've got a ball game. This has been incredibly unprecedented. All of a sudden, the Nets are within 2 possessions. What is going on? Jokic is back on the floor as well, and we've still kept it going. This bench unit, I only need to show you one thing to show you how drastic the improvement has been with the bench on. Tosin in 18 minutes is a plus 14. Beekman came on at the start of the fourth quarter or the back end of the third quarter. He's a plus 17. That was only his first points of the game, his first shot of the game, but his defense, his intensity has lifted the team entirely. And the Nuggets have been completely halted stopped in their tracks. The Nets have not turned the ball over in some time. The Nuggets keep turning it over. The 3-point situation has dried up for Michael Porter Jr., who was on fire early in the second half. And really, this group's knuckled down. Tyrese Martin with the 17, but Tosin scored 8 in the quarter. Sharp scored a couple buckets. Beekman just hit a 3. I mean, they're doing it all out there right now. And it's really good to see that this bench have not lied down. They're outscoring the Nuggets 13-3 in the quarter. And there's really been no opportunity for resuscitation, which is sort of crazy. So we have a ball game, ladies and gentlemen. It's become very, very interesting. It is, well, there's still 8 minutes to play. There's a lot of basketball to be played, and this lead can definitely be kicked out a little bit more. The ultimate Geordie move, or the ultimate tankers move right now, would be to bring the starters back in. Who would have ever thought that that would be the words that I would say? Because really, the starters have been, well, they did not set the precedent in the they did not set the precedent in that third quarter. But the bench unit defensively have applied themselves brilliantly. And it's no coincidence that because of that, we're back in the game. I don't care if we lose when we're playing like this. Knocking down shots are a good thing, but like, it's more just the application on the defensive end, because that shows whether you actually care or are showing a lack of apathy or not. Or you're showing apathy. Strawther, corner 3. That's short. We get the long rebound. What? What? You're kidding me. Where the fuck was the foul? Sharp's just been hit with a personal. That's a phantom call. No one could have seen that coming. We were off to the races, and Sharp's been hit with a personal. They fucking got bailed out again. Jokic is going to get it here. Numbers collapse. Beekman knocks it away. And then Sharp also got a piece. But 4 to shoot now. And the Nuggets, well, don't have much time to operate again. Jokic allowed a 2. I mean, if you're going to do that, you've almost got to blanket him off the inbounds. We just allowed that pass to him. So 99-92. Sharp. He's not shooting that 3. He wouldn't. Here's Beekman on the perimeter. Strawther on the shoulder. Sharp was completely pushed. We got 4 to shoot. Johnson. Oh my God. He's put one up. Oh my God. It nearly went down. It was a rim grazer, but it actually looked very good. Brown gets it in, and that's early offense, and Geordie's going to call a timeout. That's such a pain in the ass, because Dayron's foul completely killed the momentum, man. Where was the personal on that foul that he committed a couple moments ago? Because that would have had us with an opportunity to run the break and get it to within a sole possession. Instead, it's back up to 9 now. I need to see this foul back. Where the fuck was the foul when that was committed? Let's have a look. Okay, let me go back. Where was the foul? Where was the foul? Oh, I have just seen that back. Jokic, fucking idiot. Seriously, that is blatant, like, foul, like, that's just blatant foul baiting, and they fucking fell for it. What a joke that they've called that in the fucking NBA, bro. He does all that shit every time. Like, mate, relax. Fuck. Does my head in, that shit. It pisses me off when my own players do it. The players I support does it. But that fucking grinds my gears, because Jokic is better than that. He's fucking better than that. He knows it. Starters are now back in, and we're up 9. Claxton, Simmons, Johnson's still out there. Clowney's back out there. And I think Sayer's back out there. No, Martin's still on the floor. So he's probably nearly been our best player. Definitely in the second half, he's been up there. Martin to Johnson up top. Cross. Gets inside. And he's turned it over. Here we go again. Here it goes. Brown, defended by Simmons. Westbrook, dead to shoot again. Wilson's getting ready to come in, so this is where the game will get away from us. Jokic, guarded by Claxton. Watson in the corner, steps into a mid-range 2, which was uncontested. Claxton nearly walked it out. Zaires getting ready to check in with Wilson, which means Martin and Johnson are probably getting fetched. Johnson going to shoot a 3. Splash! Simmons with the dime. It's back to 6. And we've got a little bit over 6 minutes to play in this match. Strawther. Bounce pass. Westbrook. Given room. Switch. Clowney's now guarding Jokic. You're going to have to help. Clax, you're going to have to help. Westbrook cut to the rim. No fucking chance you've committed that foul. No chance. No chance. They've done the bullshit again. Let's have a look. Westbrook. Oh my God. I don't even know if that's a foul. He's reached over Johnson, but I don't know if he's even gotten his arm. What a fucking bailout that is. And the free throw goes down. That is such a fucking pain in the ass. Time and time again, they have called fouls for some of the most ridiculous shit. Does my head in. Jokic and now Westbrook. Westbrook makes both. He missed his first 2 free throws of the contest, but he since has been able to fight back nicely. Simmons. There's a foul on Westbrook. Mate, if you're going to get what you give. You're going to get what you give, Russ. That's a soft foul. But you got it on one end, so we might as well get it on the other side. Claxton looking for the handoff. Here's Wilson. Lost the ball. Williams on the perimeter. We've got 6 seconds to shoot. Good screen by Claxton. There's the lob. Beautiful play by the Nets. Well done. The backdoor cut was there. Nets defenders, or Nuggets defenders drawn in by Claxton after his hard screen removed the man. Westbrook attacks. No way! Challenge that shit. They've called a foul. Oh my God, how do we only have a timeout remaining? We have no timeouts left if we use this. Oh, fuck. He's got him on the head. He got him clean initially. So more free throws there for Russ. Nuggets up 6, 5:20 to play. And he's doing a good job of knocking down his free throws here. So 104.97. 5 minutes to play here in this fourth quarter. That lead is now extended to 8. Simmons will bring it forward. Off-ball movement on the weak side. Williams knocked away. Good read by Westbrook. Brown attacks Simmons. Oh my fucking God. Another foul, bro. Nuggets now in the bonus. If you're gonna commit these turnovers, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. So Brown at the line to shoot 2 more to get this lead back up to double figures. That one is through. Brown's free throw is good, so they keep on tacking those points on from the free throw line. We've got a little over 5 minutes to play now. The lead sits at 10. Nuggets have had 8 free throws to the Nets 0. Clowney off glass. It's off. Rebound secured by Christian Brown. It was a bit of a mess. Watson, layup. Oh my fucking God. Every trip at this end of the floor is a foul. They're fucking bailing him out so badly. Geordie wants fouls at the other end. He's probably right, you know. Similar elements of contact. Watson shooting a pair. 4:44 to play. This game has gone on forever. Martin's going to come back into the contest. These starters have been fucking cooked. Every time they're on the floor, I'd love to see their plus minus because it has been abysmal when the starters are on the floor. Clear talent disparity. One more free throw for Watson. Wilson will sit. He's had a nothing game today, Jalen Wilson. And I feel like I've been saying that the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks even. He's been like an absolute nobody. Simmons to Claxton. Dared to shoot. Won't shoot it. Martin. What the fuck was that pass? Brown. Oh my goodness. He's done that all in one motion. Thank God Geordie only has 1 timeout because we won't call the timeout and this game will get away from us pretty quickly. Johnson shoots another 3. He's hit another one. He cannot miss. So 11-point game now. Porter on the outside. Shocking defensive coverage by Ben and Claxton. I mean, those two defensively have been questionable at the best of times today. Johnson's going to go again. But this time it's no good. He was going to miss eventually. Oh my God. Clax. What the fuck, bro? Just embarrassing. Getting paid 25 mil to just get pushed under the basket like that. They talk it like bully ball is a thing in the NBA. Right? But this is probably the biggest case of bully ball I've seen. Clax has just been like Porter misses a 3. He's just been toyed with to the point of embarrassment in this second half, definitely. Simmons no look. Johnson a Claxton will shoot a mid-range and is well short on it. Like, what the fuck, man? The minute we've sent the starters back in, they've, funnily enough, looked a lot worse in every area. Brown does it all in one motion, and Geordie's going to call a timeout just to get the bench in. The bench have, like, played better than the starters today. First half, it wasn't too bad. The opening quarter, it was a lot better with the starters, but for the most part, the majority of the game, the starters have looked like shit in comparison. More an effort-based thing. Ben and Claxton, you are the 2 most experienced players on the roster right now. And you're playing like you haven't touched a basketball on the defensive end. Or you're playing like you haven't seen NBA court action before. But maybe that's the issue. Maybe the issue is they haven't played enough. Or sorry, they have played enough and they need to be in a situation where they're not getting many minutes. Because right now, it's just like the way they're playing it's the sign of players that are taking their time in a Nets uniform for granted. And it's just simply not good enough. There's massive issue with that. Massive issue. Westbrook and Jokic both have triple doubles. My goodness. So it's back up to 17. The lead was 3. The lead was 3 when the fucking bench were in. They went on a run from 21 points down to get it to 3. And, well, it's going to go down in the loss column, but look, they should be pretty proud with their efforts. Johnson, another 3, that's off. Sharp gets the board. Sharp gets the 2, and he'll get the end 1 opportunity as well. So 2:30 to play in this contest. And, well, the Nets can't call another timeout, so I don't imagine there'll be too many more stoppages here. Like, the offense, the minute those starters came back in, it just fell off a cliff, which is sort of insane to think, right? But bench just looked a lot better today, making their shots. And I think the scoreboard will indicate that. Westbrook, blitzed by Sharp. Jokic, it's good recovery by Dayron. Westbrook was the cutter and he flushed it. Johnson completely sagged off him and he allowed the runway. Two minutes to play. Beekman on the outside. Shoots off one leg. Missed it. I still have no proof that that shot actually works from a Beekman perspective. Jokic to the corner. Porter. Cross. Layup. Good D by Tosin. Bro, honestly, this guy needs, he needs to get more minutes. He's been really, really good. It'll get to the point where I actually need to know how to pronounce his surname because he'll be getting a lot more NBA minutes. Martin, layup is good. Nice looking layup too. 1:30 to play. Nuggets still don't have any interest in bringing their bench in, which is a bit strange. 90 seconds left. Jokic with the high catch. Back turn to the basket. Looking for Westbrook, who will shoot another 3, and he'll hit another 3 as well. So 122, 105, 110 a play, and the Nuggets are really just stat padding at this point. Sharp doesn't even have his foot behind the line. It's off. We're in the final minute now of this game. The lead is 17, and it was much of the third quarter. It was consistent of this margin. Jokic in slow-mo, he missed it, but he followed up his own miss. Sharp had been completely removed from the situation. Johnson will push. I'm sure he's aware of his stats. He wants another 3. It's off. Beekman bats it back out to Sharp. Tosin's going to try his luck, and that's off. And the Nuggets will hold and probably exhaust they'll exhaust a turnover and they will win this game resoundingly by 19. 124, 105, the final score. In that fourth quarter, they outscored us by, 4. But the Nets started the quarter on a 13-3 run, so definitely gave away a lot more points at the back end of the quarter the Nets did, and the Nuggets got that separation. And look, the Nets limped to 100 points again. No surprises there. The second half is where most of the separation was made. We will have a quick look at the box score and then call it a day for a week. Noah Clowney really didn't get much run in the second half, it looks like. We look at the box score. Keon Johnson top scores for us with 22. Martin got a nice efficient 19 as well. Need to refresh this. Jokic and Westbrook with 25-point double-doubles or better. And Tosin had some nice minutes for the Nets as well off the bench. He ended a +8. Reece Beekman ends a +11 in a game we lose by 19, so that tells you a lot. Johnson had 21 shots. Simmons only had the 10 points after having an 8-point first quarter. What a surprise. And Claxton with 10 and 6, but he was a shocking team worst. -26 in the plus-minus. Zaire had 10, but basically all the starting five. They disappeared after quarter time. And the plus minus really indicates it. I mean, you look at the Nuggets starters, you look at our starters, you look at our bench, you look at their bench, and it's pretty clear where the difference is, or the differences were in this game. The free throw number, we had 2 free throws in the second half. That's the main reason as to why we didn't get remotely close to the Nuggets, who doubled their free throw total. We did hit 5 more threes, but despite taking 3 extra shots, missed or made 7 less. Turnovers, we had more. The Nuggets dried up their turnovers when the starters came back in, understandably. I mean, Peyton Watson had 5 turnovers by himself. And Jamal Murray, I'm not sure what happened to him, but he must have gotten injured. Though the Nuggets, it didn't really matter for them. So ultimately, another loss, and that is a win. That voice crack was not a win, though. Points conceded off turnovers, we ended up conceding more in the end, which is sort of crazy to think, given we were well in command in that category. Fast break points, we had more, but that also, that advantage also dissipated, and points in the paint, they had 22 more, which has seemed to be an ongoing problem this season when we don't have the players that can attack the basket. We settle for threes. The Nuggets went into a zone multiple times today, and the Nets just couldn't penetrate the paint, and, well, we found out the hard way what that equals. I mean, their field goal percentage was, well, far superior. Even though we made a few more 3-pointers, we didn't get enough bang for our buck, really. And so that's how we ended with a pretty resounding 19-point defeat. So that is another loss, and that kicks off the first, that kicks off the Western Conference road trip. This was the first game of 6. We will be back next for the final game of the road trip. We will miss games against Utah, Portland, and the 2 Laker teams. Potentially, there may not even be a Lakers game or any games in LA, depending on where the Fires are at. Prayers up to them. But our next game, that we will do for these watch parties, will be Nets OKC. OKC are a very good side, so I could be walking into an absolute mess. Peter? Yes, I am Australian. Yep. Yeah, Kiwi accent has a minor distinction, or a little bit of a different twang, which can help you distinctively identify the accent. The most notable Nets home game going forward this season is the Vince Carter retirement. I believe I'll be doing that game, so make sure to tune in for that, amongst many others. Jokic, Westbrook triple-double machines. They both have 7 triple-doubles against the Nets, and that is, well, no other player has ever gotten more. So Jokic and Westbrook love playing us. So shit happens, I guess. I don't think Westbrook actually played a great game for the record, but showed up when it mattered to ensure that this game was well and truly out of reach for the Nets. Even when they brought it back within 3, it never really felt like we were in control. I just knew. Minute the starters came back into the game, it was going to be a wrap. Because the starters were awful today. They didn't carry themselves the right way. And look, like, Day'Ron Sharpe has been the better big. Since he's come back, since he's come back, Day'Ron Sharpe has been the better center between him and Claxton. Claxton's not been good enough. And I've been a good protector of Claxton for ages. This year he has been garbage. He's supposed to be a leadership figure, and he has not set the tone. It seems like he hasn't moved out of first gear. Tickets are going for $50 and up. Would anyone go if they could? Well, if I was in Brooklyn, would I go? Potentially not. I don't know if I could be asked, seeing us getting blown out against really good opposition on a game-by-game basis now. Earlier in the season, I may have, but look, our record's looking worse by the day, and that's a good thing if you're tanking, but it's not going to be so good if we end up with the 5th pick. We have the 6th worst record in the NBA now, Portland are half a game better than us. We are 3 games back from Utah and 3.5 back from Charlotte. So we could be within 4 or so games. New Orleans won today, which means that we're a little bit closer to the 2 spot with the loss. And Toronto have improved in health. RJ Barrett's back. Quickly's back. So they could be winning a couple extra games. Charlotte also have been a little bit out of health. And look, this West Coast road trip could have us 13-30 by the end of it. Probably will be. Those games against Portland and Utah, who are, well, we're sandwiched in between in the draft lottery right now. Those games right there are going to be pretty important, I would think, in terms of dictating the draft order, because you lose to Utah and you get closer to them. I feel like out of those 2 games, probably want to lose to Utah out of Utah and Portland. But there's a very high possibility with the squad we're fielding that we will lose both of those games. Cam Johnson could be back for the road trip. Trenton Watford is trending upwards, but he may not be back for a bit of time. And Cam Thomas, I don't know how many weeks we're coming up to now, but it would have to be close to 2 weeks that we haven't had him. So we could have a lot of personnel back after the road trip, but I think the Nets won't feel obligated to rush these guys back purely for the sake of the record and us not winning games. So, yeah, that's going to wrap it up from me, though. I'm done here for the next, 9 or so days. So I will see you in 9 days. Stay safe in that time. Enjoy watching the basketball. I'll still be watching the games. I just won't be able to be in front of the setup. But I will catch you in a little bit of time. So, yeah, good to see you all again. Thanks for the support so far this season, even despite the circumstances and us being a little bit dog shit. But we will catch you in a little bit of time. Have a good one. Stay safe. Chat to you soon. Bye for now.